8 Royal Rumble winners WWE instantly regretted. Shinsuke Nakamura in 2018. Shinsuke Nakamura winning the 2018 Rumble was a huge deal and a sign that WWE was going to push Nakamura heavily heading into WrestleMania 34. Nakamura versus AJ Styles was a certified dream match for WrestleMania 34, and fans were convinced it was destined for the main event slot. However, just weeks after Nakamura's Rumble win, it became apparent that Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar would be the show's main event. It seemed as though WWE wanted Reigns to win the Rumble, but avoided it to prevent a negative crowd reaction. This theory was supported by Nakamura's loss at WrestleMania and his inability to capture the WWE title in his numerous attempts throughout 2018. Ronda Rousey in 2022, WWE believed fans would be delighted to see Ronda Rousey return at the 2022 Royal Rumble. While her initial pop was impressive, the fans lost interest the moment she started wrestling. Rousey's in-ring work had dramatically regressed, and she looked completely lost during the match. Her Rumble win was heavily criticized by fans, as many felt it should have been Sasha Banks' year to finally win and challenge for the women's title at WrestleMania. It was also reported that WWE didn't have Rousey's WrestleMania plans locked in, making it baffling why they booked her to win the Rumble. Rousey's booking leading up to WrestleMania 38 was confusing, as it was hard to tell if she was supposed to be a babyface or a heel. Her eventual WrestleMania match with Charlotte Flair failed to meet expectations. A key indicator that WWE regretted all the way going with Ronda Rousey in terms of the Rumble win was the fact they booked her to lose at WrestleMania, and was definitely felt that they were creating their creatives along the way. John Cena in 2013. John Cena's victory at the 2013 Royal Rumble was predictable from the outset, as WWE had been building toward a rematch between Cena and The Rock for WrestleMania 29. While Cena's win received a decent reaction from the live audience, many fans criticized the booking as uninspired and overly safe. The WWE Universe wanted fresh matchups. What made this decision even more regrettable was the way WWE handled the rest of the roster in the months leading up to WrestleMania. The win symbolized a reluctance to take risks, reinforcing the perception that WWE was overly reliant on established names. To make matters worse, Cena's rematch against The Rock, while marketed as twice in a lifetime, didn't live up to the hype of their first encounter at WrestleMania 28. Fans criticized the match for being formulaic and predictable, and many felt that the entire storyline had been a missed opportunity to elevate someone new to main event status. While Cena did go on to defeat The Rock and reclaim the WWE Championship, the lack of excitement and creativity surrounding his Rumble win left a sour taste in the mouths of many fans. Rey Mysterio in 2006. There were many staff members backstage in WWE who supported a Rey Mysterio push in 2006. Mysterio was insanely popular, especially with the younger demographic, and many believed he had the tools to be a main event star. The one man who didn't share this belief was Vince McMahon. McMahon didn't think Mysterio had the size or stature to be a world champion. When McMahon reluctantly agreed to let Mysterio win the Royal Rumble, it took just days for his regret and resentment to manifest in Mysterio's booking. Mysterio was often made to look like a joke, and fans struggled to take him seriously in the role due to this backward booking. Even after Mysterio's world title win at WrestleMania 22, McMahon booked him as an afterthought, making it clear he never believed in Mysterio as champion. Cody Rhodes in 2024. Triple H was put into a problematic position at the 2024 Rumble. Triple H heard that The Rock may be available for WrestleMania 40, and if this was indeed the case, Roman Reigns versus The Rock was set to main event night 2 of the show. However, the game had penciled in a Cody Rhodes Rumble win, and the game was intending Rhodes to finish his story at Mania, at just a matter of days after Rhodes' win. The Rock confirmed his availability and his match versus Reigns was now on. This meant that Triple H had given the Rumble win to a wrestler who wasn't even going to be able to fight for the WWE title on the grand stage, and this would no doubt have given him sleepless nights. According to Triple H, he believed that having Rhodes lose the Rumble match would damage him, and he wanted to move forward coming out of that Rumble win. From The Rock's side, he can't believe that the easiest thing to do was to have CM Punk win, but even as Triple H went down that route, it would have led to issues as Punk was greatly injured at the Rumble and wouldn't have even made it to WrestleMania. WWE would come up with this angle on SmackDown, where Rhodes would give away his WrestleMania spot to The Rock. The angle turned into one of the most detested angles in WWE history, and the fans were close to rioting. Due to this, the plans changed changed and Rhodes versus Reigns 2 would come back into the picture, whilst The Rock would then turn heel. Whilst this was a WrestleMania setup like no other, it created some of the most exciting television imaginable, leading up to WWE's annual spectacle, Edge in 2021. When Edge won the 2021 Royal Rumble during the COVID era, fans were very pleased. Edge's journey back to the world title picture was definitely a WrestleMania-worthy storyline, and Edge versus Roman Reigns would have been a welcome main event for WrestleMania 37. However, the issue here was that Vince McMahon was fully invested in the idea of a Daniel Bryan versus Reigns feud, and McMahon devoted all resources to the angle following the 2021 Rumble. This put McMahon in a difficult position, and it was almost as if overnight he regretted making Edge the 2021 Rumble winner. He proceeded to go in an alternative direction for the biggest show of the year. While Edge would still officially remain the #1 contender for WrestleMania, WWE decided to add Daniel Bryan to the match. McMahon's infatuation with Bryan in 2021 was a far cry from the days when McMahon believed that Bryan wasn't even a main eventer. Now, he was changing WrestleMania's main event plans to incorporate one of his favorite stars. The triple threat match received universal praise from fans, and the singles match between Reigns and Edge eventually took place at the 2021 Money in the Bank event. In 1994, it was clear that WWE wanted Lex Luger to be the next top babyface in the company, but there was always some hesitation about going all the way with him. At the 1994 Royal Rumble, WWE decided to have both Luger and Bret Hart win the match. As a result, both men challenged for the WWE Championship in 2 distinct singles matches at WrestleMania 10. Luger would fail in his attempt to become WWE Champion at WrestleMania, while Hart succeeded and closed WrestleMania 10 as WWE Champion. WWE realized just weeks after WrestleMania that Hart was the right guy to carry the company, and the Luger experiment was never going to succeed. In hindsight, WWE should have gone with a solo Rumble win for Hart. However, there may have been a glimmer of hope that Luger could finally attain the popularity they desired. Charlotte Flair in 2020. One of the common complaints about WWE during Vince McMahon's final years in charge was that every major decision seemed spontaneous and lacked long-term storytelling. In 2020, the initial plans for the Women's Royal Rumble were for Shayna Baszler to win the match and challenge Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 36. McMahon would change these plans and instead go with Charlotte Flair. This led to confusion among fans, as it was unclear where Flair would fit into the title picture at WrestleMania. WWE creative was also confused, as it was even claimed that the 2 respective main roster title matches were already set for WrestleMania. It's likely that McMahon got cold feet about Baszler and opted for the safe choice with Flair. The problem was that McMahon was then tasked with finding a spot for Flair in a title match. He decided to move forward with Flair challenging for the NXT Women's title, which was suddenly being labeled as equivalent to the main roster championships. While Flair's win wasn't necessarily a case of WWE regretting the booking call, it created nothing but headaches for the creative team. There you have it, folks. 8 times WWE instantly regretted the Royal Rumble winner. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and we'll see you next time with more wrestling content.